Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the briefing on Friday, the 3rd of June. It's a club flying briefing, looking at the weather for us and any potential operational issues and cross-country flying. Okay, so mind that the comp is running, and it's the same setup today as it was yesterday for anybody that was here. Easterly operation, because we've got basically an easterly flow running across here. But the upper winds are southwesterly, so although east northeasterly on the airfield, whatever weather's coming at us is actually coming up this way for the morning and certainly for the afternoon. These are eventually going to get us tonight and give some fairly hefty thunderstorms by the sounds of it, and gusty winds. So the isobars have sort of tightened up a little bit from yesterday. This northeasterly flow, and the pressure is about the same as yesterday. The TAFs fairly short, cavalcade, I think below 5,000 feet. I think there'll be cumulus here, definitely, but less so to the east. That's pretty all, but 0608 knots, so 10 knots on the ground, maybe a little bit more at flying heights, and possibility of showers. This has changed fairly recently. You'll see that in a minute. Where that's coming from. Upper winds across the channel 10 to 15, or 15 to 20 actually, lower levels. Centre of the country 080, 090, 10 knots. So probably call it a few knots more, 10 to 12 knots. But flying heights. Sat pic just shows a lot of cloud. You can look out the window and there's a lot of mid to upper level cloud about, and more coming up from the channel here with a few showers mixed in with it. There you can see the rainfall radar. Here they come, and they're pepping up and they're heading our way. But they're very isolated, I think, and it may just be a small rash of them that come through in the next couple of hours. Clear a little bit later after that. Temperature-wise, 20, 21 degrees. BBC are suggesting the same. Quite warm in the southeast, but quite humid as well. A little more moisture than yesterday, a little bit more humidity. Dew points will be down around 7, so quite a good temperature split. We could get some quite high thermals, but over a very condensed area, because west of us there is quite a bit of rain on a band from really Wales up into the Humber, and that will slowly head southeast with its associated cloud. Soundings for today actually look quite good. That's 12 o'clock. So you're looking at probably 12, 1 o'clock, possibly cloud base up around 4,000 feet. And later on, it should be maybe even 4.5, but it's over a very small area that we're restricted to. We'll be quite good soaring here. A little bit out to the west, out to the north, and down to the southeast. But I wouldn't venture too far southwest. By sort of 5, 6 o'clock, it's deteriorating rather rapidly, and then overnight beginning to sort of go completely wrong as the projected bad weather comes in. Here's the top meteo forecast on cloud. I think this is a little bit further east than it shows here, and it shows really sort of soarable conditions, I think, in here where we are. Quite a thick line of cloud running up, as I say, from the West Country all the way up through Bristol, Birmingham area. So soarable over Oxford and to the east of that. It's probably soarable over us. Quite challenging if anybody wanted to go northwest So yeah, quite a restricted task area. Thermal heights. So they're showing by 11 o'clock, probably going to 3,000 feet. I'm not sure that's going to be quite the case with the amount of top coal we can see just at the moment, but that should break up. So at times we'll have an area where we've got 4,000 to 4,500 feet. I think 1,800, 1,900 meters is probably a little bit optimistic in here, but it's quite a tight area next to the edges of the airspace. If this ventures too far to the east, then it could wipe us out completely. And I think it'll go till about sort of 3, 4 in the afternoon before beginning to come apart as that frontal weather comes towards us. Top Meteo suggested distance. Really curves it round here, nice in East Anglia, and okay down towards the southeast, down towards the coast. It's easterly, northeasterly wind, so there shouldn't be any noticeable sea breeze coming to wipe things out there. And sky sights suggested distance, not a lot different really, very similar. Good into East Anglia, okay around Lasham, and down a bit to the southeast. It's a matter of, can we join these ones up to make a task for the competition today? Airspace wise, it looks like a bit of a mess on the map, but it isn't. It's pretty simple and straightforward, not a lot going on that really affects you. 27 is us with no time to our comp. 25, middle wallop are operating, gliding out of there. 26, the usual high intensity radio transmissions. 28, 31 just tells you that danger area crossing service, you need to contact London information. And all the little ones are just events, paragliding and various events to notify. There is restricted airspace. Bryce have raised their airspace and got a raw flight corridor going out of there, but it's not till 6:30 tonight, so it's fairly late. Not going to be an issue for anyone here. These events here are nothing to worry about. So in the area we're likely to task, if we do go, there is very little to be concerned of. Okay, so yeah, 09 operation. The grid will be setting up for the comp somewhere around 8:30 to 9 o'clock. And we'll probably be briefing 10:30 for the competition. When we'll go, I really don't know. It'll just depend on how we view the weather out the window. We'll work at it from there. So flyable today, folks. Should be certainly good for training. And we'll possibly see you out there shortly.